everybody. Welcome to an episode of Widgets and Wonders. This is my show about great products from small companies. Now today, we're going to take a look at some new stuff from Death Ray Designs. It's kind of near and dear to my heart because it's the logo swag, the measuring swag for Guerrilla miniature games that's being made by Death Ray Designs. When I was thinking about how I would make measuring gauges and stuff, you guys seen the old one I had in my videos. One of the problems that I had was I have literally zero free time. What I make right now that you guys watch 7 days a week is pretty much every minute of the time I'm not with my kids, when I'm not doing stuff for my family. We fit all of the stuff that I do in my studio around, being a stay-at-home dad. So the idea of like getting basically like wholesale made tokens and then packing them and shipping them and putting together an e-commerce site, it just didn't work. I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. I wouldn't be able to do it, and it would eat into all my other time. So what I did instead was I talked to people that I know in the industry that I think are really talented and said, what could we do? Could we partner to do this stuff? And basically what'll happen is that that company would make the majority of the funds. That would be done through selling it, but it'd be available to you guys, and I'd make a small commission off having the logo and stuff on it. So that's what I've done with Death Ray Designs. I love what Death Ray makes. They make some great scenery. They have fantastic customer service. Austin and the boys are just really good people. And so I partnered with them to do all of the logoed products. So Austin, being the super creative type he is, it wasn't enough just to make like a measuring gauge. He made some really cool measuring gauges. He made a missile launcher and a laser rifle, and then he also did some tokens and stuff as well for objectives. So this is the GMG logoed merchandise. You can get it on Death Ray Designs. You're supporting a great independent small company by doing so, and also you're helping support me as well in a small way. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll link everything in the description below so you can check it out, and there'll be links to this in my videos going forward in the future, so that when you guys do want to check out and buy a measuring gauge you see me using online, when you're watching the battle reports, you'll know where to get them. So here we go. This is the 2 measuring gauges and the objective markers and stuff from Death Ray Designs. You will see more stuff like this in the future, hopefully, as we get ideas to make different things. So here they are right now. So here's some example sets of the actual measuring gauges. We have the laser rifle. This is a sort of like do-it-all measuring tool. It has a 2-inch side, 4-inch side, 8-inch side, and 1-inch side. It's pretty much exactly the same measurements as my old measuring gauge, except it's way cooler looking because it's a laser rifle. And then you have the big boy, and the big boy is a missile launcher, and it's more probably for things like War Machine, as you have a 1/2-inch side, actually a 40K, a 1-inch side, a 3-inch side, and a 6-inch side. Actually, this would be very useful for Horus Heresy probably right now, because Horus Heresy is going to keep the standard measurements for regular 40K. So 3-inch pylons, 6-inch moves for infantry and walkers and tanks and stuff. 1/2-inch for, I don't know what you need a 1/2-inch for. That's probably more useful for War Machine. This one's great for Infinity, of course. 4-inch moves, 2-inch moves for 4.2s, 8-inch moves for things like Kitty Cat for my U-Chain. And both these are available separately as an individual marker. So no matter what game you're playing, you have an appropriate measuring tool. And then there's the token pack, and the token pack gets you useful, just GMG logo. It's got the NPR spoof logo for different games. So 50 mils, which would be handy for things like Dark Age, or also for Director Marks for War Machine. 40 mils, which can either sit inside a 50 mil base for Dark Age or be used for Infinity, so 4 of those, and then 6 25 mil bases that can be used for HVTs, Infinity, regular objective markers. Any of these can be used for 40K, because 40K you measure the center of the marker now, so these ones are actually super handy for the new 40K, because you measure the middle, and these can be placed pretty much anywhere. They come in a variety of colors, so I've also unpacked some of the orange fluorescent ones. There's red fluorescent, green fluorescent, and that gives you an idea of what's available color-wise in the selection of stuff that's from Death Ray. So these are them, the laser rifle, the big boy, and the token pack. You'll be seeing these in all my videos going forward, because obviously I like the fact that they've got the logo on them, and this is, it's funny, when Austin sent me these, he's like, what do you think? And I was just like, my mind was blown. I was like, that's amazing. It's a missile launcher and a laser rifle, and it makes me so happy. So what I'm gonna do is, for the next couple weeks, I'm going to give away 3 sets of these. So I'll give away 1 today. So if you guys want to comment below and say, give me those gauges, I'll give you a set of the big boy and the laser rifle. And then my next 2 live shows, so the Patreon one and the YouTube one, coming up Monday. So come up tomorrow, basically, when you come on my live show. And when the live show is done, you can comment on the video and say, give me that gauge, and I'll pick a random commenter to get some set of measuring gauges, and then my next one, the Patreon one, will do the same thing, so the patrons get one too. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm super stoked to send, Austin's more business. He's a really stand-up dude. He makes a great product. And that's what I love. That's what Widget Wonders is for. So being able to team up with him to bring you these, it helps out the channel. And of course it helps him out too, because he is the one doing all the heavy lifting and making all this stuff, which made it possible, which I think is super important. So yeah, big thanks to Austin for just amazing design work and these awesome logos. And you guys now have the tokens and gauges that you've been asking for a long time. So there it is. The GMG swag, the merchandise, the measuring gauges from Death Ray Designs. So there you go. Another great product from a small company. I'm going to say so myself. Shamelessly self-promoting, actually mostly promoting Death Ray Designs because they're awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed checking those out. Now, if you do know of another product from a small company you think deserves more attention, you can have them email me at guerrillaminiaturegames@gmail.com or Facebook message me at facebook.com/outofthebasement into the streets, and I'll put it in front of as many people as possible. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time from the Widgets Wonders. Don't forget to tune in for the 2 live shows and comment below. Try and get some free gauges. Till next time, I'm Ash. Apple Gaming. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below to get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. My live shows are on Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern time, typically, unless I notify otherwise. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Death Ray Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and, of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.